Hello programmers, welcome back to InvisibleCoder YouTube channel. In the day one class, we discussed about Python programming and how to install PyCharm as well as Python in our system. Okay, so today we're going to discussing about something called as syntax, indentation, commands and variables. Okay, so this is very important. So overall, this is a first class. First watch the previous video, then come to this video. So without seeing the previous one, you don't understand anything in this video. Okay, so let's start the day 2 class. So yesterday we already discussed about how to install Python and PyCharm application. I hope everyone are installed the PyCharm and Python application in your system. Okay, so let's start with the syntax. Okay, so then what is a syntax? So syntax is nothing but, so as I said, Python follows simple syntax or easy syntax. So syntax is the way of writing a code, or it's a rule to write a code. So nothing but whatever we're going to write. Example, so if you write any sentence in a English, it should grammatically correct, right? The same way in programming, we need to follow some rules. That is what we called as syntax. So syntax is the rule to execute the Python applications. Syntax is the rule to write a code. Okay, so in the last class, as I said, the Python files are named as .py extension. Okay, so this is the extension to save the Python files. Okay, so now see, this is how the simple syntax Python will follows. So print hello world. So we're going to display the hello world. So what is this print is? So print is mainly used for the display. Okay, the print is the function which mainly used to display the results in the monitor. Okay, so print is also one predefined method or a function which are used to display the output. Okay, so this is a simple way. But if you consider Java, so we're going to use like, so system dot out dot println. Likewise, then after that, we're going to write, then after that, we need to give a colon, right? So we need to give a semicolon. But in Python, it is not like that. Okay, so that's why Python will follow a simple syntax. Okay, so I will show you how to write the syntax in PyCharm application. So remember, in this course, we're going to use the PyCharm IDE only. So that's why everyone should install the PyCharm in your system. Okay, so let's run it in PyCharm. Now see, I open the PyCharm application. So this is how the PyCharm application will look like. So when you first time you are downloading the PyCharm, there will be no any files. Here I have some files. Okay, so you don't have any files. So simply go for new project. So then here you need to give a project name. So then I'm going to give basics. Okay, so then simply click on create. Now see, so here the PyCharm is created the basics files. Now see, in the PyCharm, we have a division. Now this division, so whatever that present in the left bar side, so this is how our files are present. Now see, this is my basics file, right? So in this basics files, we have a different things. Okay, we have a dot v and v. So don't worry, what is this? Then what is this lib? Lib is nothing but library. So then we have these many of libraries. We'll going to discuss when you move to the package concept. Okay, no worry about now. Okay, so we have a script. Okay, so this is mainly for a scripting. Okay, now now I will open the Python. Now this is the file. I have a basic file, but so to write the Python code, what you need to do, so simply click on this, right click on this, so select new, then see why we selected PyCharm means, so here we don't need to specify anything. Example, So in other programming language, we need to specify the files. Example, if you want to specify HTML files, you need to write as HTML, dot HTML. Then, or you can also write dot HTML. Correct? No. So um, uh, if you want to use the CSS file, you need to write as CSS. That means file name with HTML file name. So likewise, we need to specify every time. But in PyCharm application, if you click on this, okay, if you click on new, then it going to give what type of files you need to use. So I will simply click on file. So then I'm going to give as okay, we'll give as syntax. Okay, then don't specify .py because it's a Python file itself. It's going to give a py extension. Now, well, let's see. Now see, so here syntax, it's already created as .py. That understood. It's going to give what? Python file extension. Okay, now we'll run our first Python program. Type print. So now see. So I typed print. So inside this print, I'm going to write something like a okay. So hi, welcome to Invisible Coder. Now see, so when you write this one, so it's going to indicates with the red color line, right? So what is this red color line indicates? So this red color line indicates that it is an error. So why it is an error? Because we are going to writing some sentence, right? There is a set of characters that present in this print function. So these set of characters we need to enclose with the double quotes or single quote. So why double quote, single quote, will explain. Okay, so now this is the first function. Now how to execute? So simply whatever the green color triangle box is there, no, so click on that, it's going to execute. So it gives the output. So like, hi, welcome to Invisible Code. Okay, so now see, okay, take an example, one more, print, this is syntax class. Okay, so again I'm going to execute. Now this is going to give what? This is syntax class. Okay, so in Python it's very easy to follow the syntax. Okay, so I hope how to write the syntax is very easy. Say take an example, one more. So x is equals to 10, then y equals to 20. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform some mathematic operation. How? So like example, print x plus y. Okay, so what it going to give when x plus y? So x is 10, then y is 20. So it's going to take x plus y. So x plus y is, that is 30. Okay, so then we'll execute. Now see, one way you can run the Python file is by pressing this triangle button. So one more way is, so right click on, so here we have a run syntax. So that means that's a Python file name. So run syntax. So again it's going to give. So now see, the output is 30. Okay, so this is how the Python file will execute. So print function is mainly used to what? To displace the output. So if you, what if in case if you're not use the print function? Now let's see. Now I given x as 10, y as 20, then x plus y. I'm not given any print function. Then we'll execute. Now see, there is no 30. Why there is no 30? Because I didn't print this one. Only I add both, but I didn't print it. No. So to print or to display anything on the system, we need to use the print function in Python. Okay. So now it's going to give the 30. Okay. So in Python, the syntax is very simple. Okay. Now, so syntax is clear. So let's we discuss about commands. So what are commands? So commands are nothing but, see, here I will write one thing. So I'm going to take an example. So welcome to, see, welcome to Invisible Coder. Okay, so this is a one line. Okay, so because I didn't code, because I didn't enclose with the single or double quotes. That's why it's showing red color. So now, before this sentence, I'm going to add the ash symbol. Okay, so this ash symbol is mainly used for indicating the command. Okay, so why it is commands are important in Python? Because the Python programmers, whenever the programmers they're going to create any application, it should understandable by user, right? So they need to observe. Example, now see, I'm going to write the same thing. So now Python, as I said, the Python will be executed by, so the Python files are executed by interpreter. No. So what I'm going to do, so it first it going to this line. So it will print this one. Then after that, it assign the value X. Then after that, it assign the value to Y. Then again, it going to print function X plus Y 30. Then it will come to here. Okay. Now, so the interpreter comes to the seventh line. So what it, when the interpreter comes to the seventh line, what it sees, so it see the symbol, right? When this symbol is present, it understood it is a command. There is no need to execute that line. So it will skip this line. Then again, it will come to this line. Again, here also there will be a symbol. So again, it's going to skip this line. Then after that, it's going to execute this one. Okay. So let's see. Here it gives what? Hi, welcome to Invisible Coder. So it's not executing these two lines. Why? Because they are commands. So commands are nothing but they're going to indicate what the next line is referring. Okay, it's going to indicate what the next line is referring. Okay, so understood. Okay, so that is what for commands. In Python, we have a two ways to use the commands. One is by using hash symbol. So one more way is by using codes. Okay, so if you want to use a single line command, so we're going to use this hash command. So this one is single line command. Okay, this is a single line command. So one more way is by using the codes. Okay, so by using codes also, it's going to take us a commands only. Okay, so this is multi-line command. Okay, so it's going to give, see, again it's not printing this line. Why? Because this is also the way to write the commands. Either you can write by using hash symbol, or we can also write by using quotes. Okay, it can be a single quote or it can be double quotes. Okay, so this is also multi-line command. Okay, for single line command, we're going to use the hash symbol. For multi-line command, we are going to use the double or triple quotes. Okay, you can also use the triple quotes. Okay, so these are all the things which are mainly used for commands. Okay, now see, so these are all will act as a commands. Understood? So syntax is nothing but it's the way of writing the Python file. Then commands are nothing but it's information that referring to the user. So what user need to do? Okay, so now this is how the Python syntax will works. Okay, so now I think I hope everyone understood what is syntax, then how to write the commands in Python. So what is single line commands and what is multi-line commands. Okay, now so now we understood the commands and syntax, right? So there is a one more important topic called as indentation. Okay, so what is indentation? Now see, I will take an example. I will take one Java code. So we'll take as int a. then semicolon, then again I'm going to write as main. So then it going to uses a curly braces. Then inside this curly braces, we have a set of code. So what it indicates, so this main function which have these many codes, correct? No? So this main function consists of these many codes. So whatever that present in this curly braces, that we consider as a one function. But in Python, we are not going to use any curly braces or parentheses, correct? No. So to indicate a block of code, okay. So example, now see. So I will take one simple example. Let's print hi, welcome. So this is a one print function. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to take example x equals to 10, y equals to 20, then print x plus y. Okay. Now see, here only it indicates that with the red line. So what is that red line indicates? Okay, we'll run it, then we'll know. So simply click on this. So now see. So what is the output? So the output is what? Indentation error. Correct, right? So the indentation, unexpected indentation. So indentation is nothing but it is a spacing. Okay. So now see, the Python interpreter will comes to the first line. Then it's going to print. Okay, I missed here. Okay. So it's going to print. So hi, welcome, correct? No, so you're going to print the I welcome. Then after that, so when you come to the second line, there is a space, correct? No, so the Python interpreter will think that this is belongs to this function, but it is not a function. No, so that's why indentation is very important in Python. Okay, so if you take the space, then again see, now it's going to give the output I welcome x plus y, that is 30. Clear? Understood? No. So same way, if I take the print function here, again it's going to give what? Now see, so it's going to give the error called indentation error. Okay. So unexpected indent, nothing but unexpected space. So indentation is very important in Python. So how much indentation we need to follow? So remember, we need to follow 4 spaces for a function or a method. Okay. So 4 spaces, nothing but don't simply press tab key. So now I will take up 4 spaces. Now see, everything, because there is no space, no, there is no any block of code. So that's why it's going to give some error. Okay. So now see, then after that, it's going to give some output. Okay, so this is how the indentation is very important. Python is strictly follows indentation. Okay, so you don't give any extra spaces or you don't give any less space also. Okay, I will show you. So don't worry, what is this? If x is greater than y. So don't worry, what is this? X is if, then what is this colon? So I will explain in if statement. So what I'm going to do, if is greater than y. So print x is greater, else print y is greater. Okay, so this is a simple program. Okay, so now what I'm going to do first is going to check x is greater than now x is 10, y is 20. So x is greater, no. So what it's going to print? It's going to print the y is greater. So let's check. Now see, y is greater, correct? No, that means what? Here I given space, so it indicates that this statement is belong to this block. Same way, this statement is belong to else block. Okay, so now see, I will write this one here. Now what it going to give? So it going to give the indentation error. Okay. So there is an indentation error. Okay. So that's why the Python will follow strict indentation. So I hope indentation is clear for you. Okay. Now, so after indentation, now see, okay, I will remove this. Now see, here we have a 10, right? So as I told, the 10 is belongs to what? X. Then or 10t is belongs to what? Y. So what is this line means? What is this line? This line we know it going to print whatever that present in the codes. Same way here it going to take a x plus y. So what actually this line is indicating? Now remember. Now, so in Python, whatever the code that we're going to store, that will be present in where is present in hard disk, correct? No? So this is our hard disk. So what hard disk is do? Hard disk is mainly responsible for permanent storage. Now, so here I taken as X, then I assign the value X with the 10. So this X, okay, this X is called as variable. Okay, so this X is called as what? The X is called as variable. So then what is variable? So variable in Python. Okay, so variable is in Python is called as it's a container example. Now see, you have a basket. In this basket, you will be going to fill with some food item or whatever it may be. So this is what now this is a basket. In basket is consists of some food item. Same way in Python programming, whatever the values we are going to assign, that should be stored in where it's going to stored in variables. So container where they have the values for that particular containers. Okay, so now see, x is a one variable, the 10 is the value for x. Same way, y is a one variable, the value is 20. Okay, so to assign the value for a variable, we're going to use what? Assignment operator. So this equal symbol indicates it's an assignment operators. Okay, so now variable understood, no? So variables are nothing but they are the containers. They will store some data. That's it. Okay, they will store some data. So what is that data? So this 10, then 20. So these are all the datas. Okay, so the data which are mainly used for the programmers. Okay, now how this data is stored in variables. Okay, so now example. Now I created what? X as a 10, then y as a 20, right? So now this is a data, the 10 and 20 are the data, and x and y are the what? Variables, correct, right? So then how to declare a variable? So remember, we can use any names for a variable, but we have some set of rules to declare a variable. Okay, let's see. Okay, the first rule to declare a variable is the variable name should starts with either uppercase or lowercase or underscore. Okay, it should all follows with underscore. It will never starts with number. Example, now see, a. So either like this or small a or underscore without giving any names also it's fine. So you can mention with an underscore. Okay, but don't use numbers like a one. This is wrong method, but we can use like a 1. So this is the correct one, but this is wrong. A is wrong. A1. Why? Because you can first follow with the letters, then you can use the numbers. But we can't start with the numbers with variables. We can't start variables names with numbers. Okay. So that is the first rule. So what is the second rule is Python variables are case sensitive. So what is case sensitive is now see. I'm going to take an example. Anu. Okay, this is the one variable, correct? No, so this is a one variable called Anu. So I'm going to write the same one, Anu. I'm going to write the same one, Anu. So now see, this is the one, both all are same, no? Anu, Anu, Anu only, right? But what is the main difference? Here, the first letter is capital. Here, all are capital. Here, all are small. So all these three variables are different because case sensitive means every single letter also includes. Okay, so these three variables are different in Python because Python will follow case sensitivity. Okay, so that is the second rule. Then third rule is we can't use. Okay, so we can't use keywords. Okay, we can't use keywords names as variable. Okay, we can't use by keyword names as variables. So what are these keywords? So the keywords are nothing but reserved words. Okay, that means it can reserve means which are predefined. Okay, remember, like a predefined. So these predefined words we can't use as a variables. Okay, like example, if. So we can't use the variable name as if, then else. Okay, so then def. Likewise, so we have a some keywords. We can't use that keywords as a Python variable names. Okay, so these are the set of rules we need to follow while declaring the variables. Okay, I will show you now. A equals 10. Okay, same way, small a equals 20. Now see, 1a equals 30. Now itself only it's showing error. Why? Because we can't start with the numbers. Okay. Now let's print. Now see, invalid syntax. Okay, it's going to give us syntax error. So syntax, I told you now. So syntax is nothing but what? It is the way of writing a code. So here it is a wrong output. Correct? No. So this is the wrong. Okay, remember, like this is a wrong variable. Okay, so these are correct variables. Understood? But we can use a1 equals 30. Okay, so this is the correct. Okay, this is the correct variable name. Understood? So this is an invalid one. This is the valid one. Okay, as well as we can use the underscore. So underscore equals 25. So now see, I didn't give any names, but I simply mentioned as underscore. So in Python, we can also use the underscore as a variable name. So, and also you can use mix letters, numbers, but always it starts with the what? Letter only. So I'm going to use like a apple 1 equals 10. Now see, this is the correct way. Why? Because we started with the letters, then in between we can use letters, numbers, whatever it may be. You can also use underscore also. So this is also correct. Okay, so this is the correct way, or we can say this is the valid. It's a valid variable. Okay, so now what's the one more way? We can't use the what? We can't use the keyword names as variable name, right? So like take an example, if. Okay, so if equals 20. Now this is wrong. Why? Because we can't use the keyword names as variable. Now let's run it. Then you see, invalid syntax. Okay, I will remove this. I'll make it as command. Okay, now we'll discuss this one. No, so it's going to see again syntax error. Now see, syntax error. Why? Because we can't use the keyword names as variable names. Okay, so I hope how to create a variables. So then what are valid variables and what are invalid variables? Okay, so this is the valid variables and this is an invalid variable. So this one and this one. Okay, why? Because we can't start with the numbers, then we can't use the keyword names as variable names. Then Python is case sensitive. Now see, this capital A and small a is different. Okay, example, um Anu equals 10. Again, I'm going to give Anu equals 10. Both the values are same, but the variable names are different. Okay, so that's why the variable in Python will follow case sensitive. Okay, understood? So this is the way of creating the variables in Python. Okay, and what is syntax? Then what is a Python indentation? So a Python indentation means we need to give the space. So that space indicates that it belongs to that particular block of code. Okay. So the same way commands, correct, right? We have a single line command as well as multi-line command. For single line command, we're going to use what? So for single line command, we simply use the hash symbol. Okay. So for multi-line command, we're going to use the codes. Okay. By using codes, we're going to represent with the multi-line commands. So data is nothing but what? It's a fact or nothing but whatever the values that we are going to use, no, the information, that is what we called as data. So here we have an Ashwin R. So Ashwin is a one, R is a one. So this is the data for what? Data for the name variable, correct, right? So this is how the data that present, like example, X is equals to 10. So that is the data. Now, you know, right, what are variables? Variables are the containers to store the data values. Okay, so in Python, we're going to declaring a variable by using the some names, correct? No? So we need to create like a x is equals to 5, then y is equals to Python. So print x and print y. So in print x, it's going to give what? 5, then print y is going to give a Python. So we're going to use the assignment operator to assign a data to a variable. Okay. So these are the rules. So the variable's name must starts with what? Letters or underscore. So letters can be either uppercase or lowercase, but it cannot be start with the numbers. So the numbers, it can invalid. And also see the case sensitive. Age and age are different to variables. Okay. So now see here, name where is an Ashwin. This is correct. Here also correct. Now everything. So all these are what? Legal names, or we can say valid name. Why? Because everything either it's an uppercase, lowercase, or it starts with an underscore. But we can't start with the numbers, or we can't give any space. That is one more important. We can't give any space between the two words. Okay, and also we can't use any special characters like except underscore. We can't use any special symbols in declaring a variables. Okay, understood? So I hope how to create a variable, then what is syntax, how to create a single line and multi-line commands, then what are the variables and how to declare variables with the proper naming convention. Okay, so this video will give the detailed information about the basic syntax, indentation and variables in Pythons. Okay, practice well, then share the video with your friends and others. Okay, in the next session we'll discuss about what is input output, casting, keywords. So we have interesting session in coming classes, so don't miss the any session. So overall, missed the first session, I attached the link in the description, so go and watch the first one. Okay, so thanks for watching and happy learning.